This is the 2 coloring printing demo. We have black and pink ink because they contrast a lot. We want to be able to see the difference between our first side and our second side. We actually start with the background color. We want to make sure that we coat this fairly evenly. You don't want any thick clumps or anything like that. You also have to make sure that you don't get the pink everywhere, just like you wouldn't want to put black all over the other side. You wouldn't want to get pink into these. Mine has been used quite a bit, so it is a little bit flexible. Sometimes you actually need to pick it up just a little bit so you can get certain areas, and that's perfectly fine. We want to make sure that we coat everything. We want a nice square of color all the way around. If sometimes it doesn't print perfectly, that is okay. That's the really cool thing about printmaking. Everything doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. We want it to look good, but we don't have to make sure absolutely everything is perfect. I did make a little boo-boo here on the table, and that's okay. Not a big deal. Make sure you clean it up. There is a difference. We don't actually put the paper down on this. What we want to do is we want to put this down on the actual piece of paper. Don't do the timber method where you go like this and just let it fall. That's a big deal. It slides and then Mario's face goes all over the place. And it's a weird deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the corner with the corner of the piece of paper and set it down. Remember, when it's down, it's down. I can do a little push, especially if you have a thin printing block. You want to actually push a little bit in the middle. What you can also do here is why you can actually see the side of the table here. I want to slide it off, holding the piece of paper, and flip it over. What this allows me to use is the clean brayer to transfer the ink just a little bit better with the dry brayer. Then I can peel this off, and I have a lovely pink outline of blob where Mario will be. What we have to do with this is we have to clean it. We got to wash and dry this really well, and you got to make sure you dry it really well, because otherwise the printmaking ink or the block printing ink will not actually stick to this. So I'm going to wash and dry this. I got to make sure, put my hand in there, squish it all off. It goes really fast. There we go. I'm back. I'm ready to go. And what I want to do here is I'm going to take the black. Remember, I just want a little bit on here. I want to evenly coat only where I want to actually print. I don't want to roll all over these other areas. Make sure I get everything. Get all the way up here, get the ears nice and neat. And the idea is once it's ready to print, here comes the tricky part. Make sure the actual ink goes down on the ink and the handle goes down on the handle. This happens and then it gets on my khakis, and then you ruin my khakis, and that's a bad day. So what I have is I have Mario and I have Mario. But what I want to do is I want to line this up. And every single person's is going to be different. It might even be off a little bit, and that happens. But what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to print it so it lines up. What I'm going to first do is I'm going to line up this corner with the pink corner, and I'm going to line this up and set it down. What I have to do is I got to make sure my pinky method is floated a little bit and then set it down. And if it's off a little bit, I'll know what to do next time. So the next time when I put the pink down here and I go to line it up, if it's a little off, I'll be able to line this corner up again and then adjust it based on how much it was off on this side. So let's see what happened. Go like this. Remember, I slide it off the table. I flip it over. I'm going to use the clean brayer to make sure that this ink transfers quite nicely. And when I peel it off, I should have a lovely Mario print. And you can tell mine is actually off. It's off just a little bit right here and a little bit right here. So the next time I would go and line this up, I'd put the pink down here, and when I go to line this up, I'd line it up with the corner, and then it looks like I need to line it up with the corner and move it just a little bit this way so the black fits a little bit better. Not a big deal. It's just about learning how to print it on this. And obviously you can use different colors. I would probably not use light blue as one of your 2 colors on a light blue piece of paper. There's lots of different papers. Try some cool things out. Try some contrasting colors. This should be really fun and a little bit messy. There are smocks. Make sure you use them. Have a good day. Good luck, guys.